supposed to get up at 6:30 as usual, but I got up at 7:30. But I did my breathing and I took my cold shower, so I feel refreshed. But got up at 6:30. I'm like, nah, sorry, I gotta go back to bed for like an extra hour. Just wasn't feeling right, wasn't feeling well a little bit. So I was at the stage I was forcing too much of myself to do something I gotta do. Maybe that's something that, you know, it's not really that good. But at least I did what I gotta do. That's good. As always, I just hit the record button and I don't really know what I'm gonna talk about. Some ideas of what I'm gonna talk about. Maybe a topic about living in someone else's expectations. I don't know if that makes sense. So, have you ever heard or got told like this of saying, I'm expecting you to do this, I'm expecting you to, you know, like to be better, I expected more from you, I expected that you already know this, I expected this and this and this. What message does send that to us if you heard that, you know? First, it is a feedback that because they care about you and they telling you and their thoughts about this is what you should do, this is what I expected from you, then I thought you already done this, I thought, you know, yada yada yada. It is a bit of trap in there. It is a good feedback, I'm not going to deny. You know, if let's say if 10 people, 10 or 20 people saying the same thing to you, then that probably is something that you have to consider, or maybe you gotta think about it. But if there's only one person that's saying that to you, right? What would you do? Would you take that, or would you take that personally? Would you take that deeply and consider? And then would you agree with that? Well, in the end, the decision is up to you. You know, but most of the people makes their decision based on their thoughts, based on what they think about, and individual will change. It's not a bad thing, but it is bad if that system of receiving feedback, expecting something from you, those kind of feedback, and then you take it all, and then suddenly your personality and your personality changes will be all over the place, and eventually you will lose the identity of yourself. This is what I fear, because this has happened to me, and a lot, and it's not really that good, because the moment that you start to live for someone else, it is not saying that, you know, you don't live for someone else. It's good to live for someone else to make them happy, which is good. For example, if you have a child, if you have a kid, you know, if you have a family, and if you want to live for them, you want to make, you know, life better for them, and they're expecting more from them from you, and if you believe that what they want from you is the best thing, then yes, you should consider, you know. But because it's for them, it's for their health and it's for their education or whatever, yada yada yada, it's for them, yeah, great. But the moment that kind of changes your lifestyle in a way that kind of you fully living 80% of the time for them, that is actually a bad thing, because you will start to lose path, and then you start to lose, you have the confusion, and you will start to lose faith in yourself, that I don't believe in myself anymore, and that's really bad, you know. And I have learned a big lesson on this one, I really did, and this is not really a good thing. I'm not going to mention how, you know, the big topic that I live in, but it was pretty bad. And I have learned a big lesson. That moment on, yes, I have, you know, after all that shit that happened to me, right? That moment on, I decided to live for myself. Myself means I'm not going to be selfish, you know, I'll be helpful. I'll be out there for people, those kind of things, but I am not don't want to be controlled by people that can just ruin my lifestyle and change my lifestyle that I want it to be. I don't know if it makes sense what I'm trying to say, but what I'm trying to say is that the moment that you start to live for someone else, the moment that you start to live for their expectations, the moment that you're expecting more from you, and then they're asking you to change for their better goods, I will say take a moment there and then think about yourself. Are you sure this is a really good thing for me? I'm not saying it's good or bad, but you're gonna make the decision. I have to make the decision and say, yeah, that's good and that's bad. In the end, it's your decision. But don't get influenced by that too much. It's okay to have in your brain and say, okay, he said that, she said that, 10 people said that to me, okay. Alright, let me think about that for a second. Okay, should I really put that deeply inside me? Or do I actually believe more about myself and say, actually, you know what? No matter what feedback that I give from me, I'm not gonna do it. Because I'm afraid that if I do that, they'll ask more of me. That there's never ending. It's like I fulfill their kind of expectations. Now what they're gonna do? They will give you more expectations, and what they're gonna do? They will give you more and more and more. And it's never ending. And it is just so bad. You feel miserable. I'll tell you that. You feel more miserable, and you feel that you will lose control, and you feel that your life is just nothing because you're not living for yourself. I felt that. I really did felt that. It's not really good because the moment I really did, I'm not gonna tell you what story it is, but it did happen. The moment they start to live for someone else, it's not good. It's good to live for someone else if you believe that that's a really good thing. But if you start to live for someone else that you have a doubt about it, don't take that. Take a step back and say, okay, she said that to me. Okay, let me step back, let me think. Actually, no, I'm not gonna take that bullshit. Actually, I was just gonna say that, you know what? Thanks for the feedback, but I'm not gonna do that. And just get the expectation from someone else, but not from me. For example, oh, I thought you're gonna be a better person. Oh, I thought you're gonna be a better friend than me. Oh, I thought you'll be nice to me. I expected more nice things from you. I said, well, I am nice. But what can I do more to become more nice, to make you more happy, to meet your expectations? I'll get exhausted. I'll be tired. And I'm not willing to do that anymore. I'm seriously not willing to do that anymore. I'm happy to make people happy. Don't get me wrong. I will do things that I wanted to do and to make them happy. But I do not want to get forced. I do not want to be told. I do not want to be getting expectation from someone else that, oh, TK, I'm expecting from you, so I'll be more happy. I'll be like, fuck you. That's just not the lifestyle that I am in. If you're expecting more from me, get a new friend. That's what I'll do. You gotta accept me the way I am. And I'm not a bad person. I am a good person. I'll always be there for you. But if you expect more from me, then I will stop you right there and say, look, I'm not gonna change. I'm gonna stay there where I am. Those kind of thinking are quite really important in your life, because that's how you make your own decision in your life. Because the moment that you start to be influenced by other people, it's not bad, but the moment that you got influenced by a lot of people, and then you take that every single little things on their expectations, then you fail, because it's not your life anymore, it's their life. And the moment that you start to live in their life will fulfill, but not your life. That pretty much is like a Dracula. It's like vampire. They're sucking your positivity and your lifestyle into their life, and they can live a better life. What about my life? No, fuck. I don't give a fuck about you. That's pretty much how I see it. Like, deep inside, it's not that, that the other person, the third party, will not gonna say that to you. Say, okay, I'm gonna use you to make my life better. And then they're not gonna say that. They're gonna say like, you know, I'm expecting more from you, so you know, be more like this, so I'll be more happy. So we can be best friends. We can be better friends. Okay. So you don't like me the way I am? Well, either then you make your option. Then you make a decision. Either you accept it or you disagree. You accept, they say, okay, I'll be that person. All right, I'll be your best friend again. And trust me, in 6, 7, 1 year later, you get so fucking tired because you've been meeting their needs. For example, oh, it's my birthday next week, you're gonna come every day. You're gonna come and you're gonna buy me big presents and stuff like that. I'm like, and if you accept that, oh, okay, yeah, I guess. Never ending, never ending. But you need balance on that. You know, it's good to receive a feedback that is really, really good. That you know, you should consider as well. But in the end, the decision is yours. If 10 people say the same thing, then it's good that probably that is something that you're gonna listen. No matter what, don't compare your family, friends, everything. Don't think of one person as special. Every person has their different thoughts, different thinking, different way of thinking. It's okay to value more one person than the other. So let's say a family that say one thing is like 100%. So one family is like 100 friends of the advice. I don't know if that makes sense. What is this guy doing? Sorry. It's really, really bad, the people that drives in here. So one family member is considered as like 100 friends. Well, true, the value of how they think of you and how they thought of you and how they care about you is more, you know, it's more greater than friends. It is true, but it's not a special thing. Everybody has a different thoughts. Everybody has different kind of way of thinking. So I'm not going to be comparing. The moment that you start to take one person as a value, another person as a value, it's good and bad, really good and bad. But what I try to see is that if I consider as one person, and then I'll listen to their thoughts, but I'll listen to it seriously. Because if the moment that you don't listen seriously, then they won't bother. But take every feedback seriously, and it's good because it's in your mind already. Oh, that person said that. Okay, let me think about it. And the decision just comes instantly. I'll say, okay, that person comes in, but I'm not gonna do it. But if one person say, okay, yeah, actually, and they might take weeks, months, a year to finally understand that actually, yes, actually I need to change that to become better of myself, and I believe that I'll have a better lifestyle. Then there's nothing to argue. Then do it. But if one person say, a valuable person say, this and this and this, and I'll be like, actually not. You know, I love this person, I care about this person a lot, but this feedback is very irrelevant for me because it just doesn't fit my lifestyle. It just doesn't make me feel that it's me. I think I'll change my whole character and my personality in a different way, that it's not gonna work. I think I'll be more unhappy if I do this. Just that, sorry, it's a little bit long, but I think it's a little bit important that keep that in your mind. It is good to live in your life, and it's always good to listen to their feedback and what they thought about you, but in the end, the decision is yours. And the moment that you start to live in their expectations, I think that's the moment that you're just gonna fail badly, that it's a never-ending cycle and never-ending life of how you want to live. So that's it, guys. I just reached my work. Sorry, a bit long. Might be a little bit too deep. Anyway, hope you peace out and stay sexy, fellas.